Do you know the real Jesus? Not the Jesus of childhood, Jesus of all neat little stories that would not upset your precious little minds, and not the angry Jesus of would-be street preachers wagging a floppy Bible in your face and shouting about how you're going to hell. Not the Jesus of suburbia with identical little or not so little, as is the case in our houses, lined up in neat little rows. Not the Jesus of markets and Starbucks. The real Jesus. Do you know the real Jesus who's out there on the streets and in the bars with all the wrong sorts of people who would not fit in well at church? Or do you just know the syrupy, sweet childhood Jesus? Or the fantasy suburban Jesus who has a manicured lawn and shops at Publix, or better yet, Trader Joe's, and is more concerned with looking and sounding like a good person than actually being a holy person? Now, after Jesus' resurrection at Easter, the disciples are going around looking for Jesus in all the wrong places. They are looking for him in empty rooms and empty tombs. Check out my sermon video from last week if you missed that message. But the disciples finally find Jesus. Well, Jesus actually finds them. Slowly the disciples' lives start to move on. Life moves on, no matter the tragedy, and this is not unlike our own situation with coronavirus, social distancing and economic uncertainty and all the rest of it. Something big has happened, and we are not sure just what it all means, but we know that something big has happened and upended things. But slowly life is returning to normal, or at least, as my oncologist Dan George likes to call it, a new normal. Check out a video I posted last week about finding your new normal for help with that. Now, in this new normal, if I can borrow a phrase from Green Day, and you should totally check out their songs, Jesus of Suburbia and Boulevard of Broken Dreams, I'll put a link down in the description. We all walk along this boulevard of broken dreams. I walk alone. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams, and it can feel like I'm walking alone. And I'm the only one. I walk alone. My shadow's the only one that walks beside me. Sometimes I wish someone out there will find me. Till then, I walk alone. This walking alone on a boulevard of broken dreams must be how the disciples felt as they walked that lonely road from Jerusalem. They had heard the rumors about the resurrection back in Jerusalem, and Jesus himself had told them. But here they are, just walking that boulevard of broken dreams. The disciples are straining so hard for Jesus on a white horse coming to save the day, like the Lone Ranger. They miss the real Jesus. And it is only when they slow down and they talk to him and walk with him and stop and dine with him that they are able to see Jesus standing right before them. And Jesus does not always appear to us in our preferred method or offer up our preferred solution, but Jesus always shows up. And if you preoccupy yourself with just searching for the syrupy sweet Jesus, childhood storybook Jesus, then you will probably miss the real Jesus. If you preoccupy yourself with the prosperity gospel, Trader Joe's shopping, politically correct, manicured lawn Jesus of Suburbia, then you will probably miss the real Jesus. The real Jesus is messier than the syrupy sweet childhood storybook Jesus and the perfect-looking suburbia Jesus. He is messier because that boulevard of broken dreams that we walk sometimes is a lot messier than a children's storybook or the perfect suburban image we try to project. But if Jesus is going to show up and help you on the boulevard of broken dreams, then he has got to be a little messy just like your life is. And that is the real Jesus. So like the disciples so long ago, if you want to find the real Jesus, if you want the real Jesus to reach out his hand to lift you up, then you have to spend time walking and talking and eating with the real Jesus. Don't settle for a fake Jesus. Don't keep just looking for that childhood storybook Jesus or the perfect suburbia Jesus. That guy's a fraud. He doesn't even exist. but look for the real Jesus. He will find you. If you would like help becoming better friends with God and finding the real Jesus, please leave a comment or drop us a note. Amen.